Dynamics CRM 2011 introduced a concept of team ownership, where you could either have an individual user owning a record, or you could have a team of users that would own a record. We can see in CRM 2013, I still have this capability. If I click on the lookup for the owner in the header, I can look up more records, and I have the option of either selecting a user or selecting a team to be the owner. This was very useful if you had either individuals who managed sales processes, service processes, and marketing efforts, or if you had a small number of teams, or very static teams that did not change frequently. However, if you had a large number of teams, or if you had teams that changed quite frequently or dramatically over the course of business processes or over the course of the fiscal year, for instance, the team ownership model became very cumbersome. CRM 2013 introduces a new security model that includes what are called access teams. Access teams really speak to that scenario where you might have dynamic teams that change over the course of a pursuit or that change over the course of the calendar year and allow you to very easily add and remove users and grant them the necessary rights that they need to work on specific records. We can see here on this opportunity form that I have a grid called Sales Team, and this is my access team for opportunities. And simply by clicking on the plus sign, I can add a new sales team member, and I get a lookup to the users in the CRM system. I'll go ahead and select Angel with the default role of sales professional. There are a number of different roles out of the box, as well as custom roles that I can create to define what type of role a user might have in relation to a particular business process, like in this case a sales process on an opportunity. And by adding Angel as a member of the sales team, I am granting him specific rights against this particular opportunity record. You can think of it as somewhat akin to the connections capability and record sharing, except it's much easier than using either of those individually. Behind the scenes, if we navigate over to our settings area and we go into our administration section, you'll see that we have what are called access team templates. And you can use these to define which entities have access teams and what those access teams will grant in terms of privileges to users. So let's take a moment and navigate there. And you'll see I have two different team templates. I have a contact team template that I've defined, and I have the out-of-the-box opportunity template. I'll navigate to the opportunity sales team template. And what we'll see is that we have a few different fields on this entity team template: name, the entity that I am selecting, a description of the team template, and the access rights that we're granting. These access rights that you see here are the same access rights that I granted to Angel when I added him to the sales team on that opportunity. So you can see it's very easy to dynamically provide users with the necessary rights to be part of a team pursuit. I'll go ahead and close this team template, and we'll take a look at the CRM customization area and go into the default solution by customizing the system, and I'll show you how you can turn on access teams and enable an entity to have access teams of its own. I'll expand the entities area. We'll go with case. I'll select the entity, and you'll see toward the bottom of the communication and collaboration section, I can click a checkbox and enable access teams.